I have one question for Eric Cantor, because we haven't had a chance to talk about it, and he knows that I had an issue with it. You were one of the only Americans, prominent Americans, to show up at that Saudi conference. And I want to understand why you decided to do that, given that so many others, including myself and so many CEOs, said that it was impossible from a moral perspective, from a values perspective, to be in a place like that, given the timing and the moment.
Well, first of all, I want to say what happened in Istanbul is certainly a horrendous event. And I know that our government is working with the Turks and is working with the Saudis to get to the bottom of it. And I know that once we find out what happened, there'll be action taken. But let me tell you, at Moelis Company, we are there for our clients. Our clients are multinational corporates. They expect us to be there. They expect us to be their independent advisors, informing them of our view of what's going on around the world, including that region. That region will continue to be a very important region from a geopolitical standpoint and a business standpoint. And frankly, I think you've heard our president, our Secretary of State, reflect the fact of the importance of the U.S.-Saudi relationship.
Any hesitation, though?
So, well, listen, I mean, I've always said no one thinks that what happened was any good. And in fact, when the conference opened over there, there were statements made by Saudi business people as well as government officials. And the Crown Prince himself in Saudi said these are unacceptable acts. One of the business people said this is not in our DNA, it's not in our culture. And I was really reassured by the Saudi citizens that that's not the kind of conduct they expect.
But what did you feel about the lying? I mean, your client lied to you. Your client lied to you. All of these people called you up and said, you got to come over here, and we didn't do anything. We had nothing to do with this. It wasn't, they changed their story after you left Saudi.
First of all, we didn't get any calls like that. But second of all, we work for our clients. We work for the businesses in that country. We work for folks there. And we work for other multinational corporates that expect us to be there. You know, the interesting observation that I had is there were a lot of regional affiliates, partners, employees, associates from all the banks here in the U.S. that happened to be there as well. So again,
just not the prominent executives.
A lot of the noise around this, I think, it certainly was very loud. But at the end of the day, I think that both leaders of financial institutions here in the U.S. has subsequently said they're going to continue to do business in the kingdom.
Do you think they made a mistake by not going then?
Listen, it's up to them about how they deal with their clients and whether they step up and say, we'll be there or we'll not. All I can tell you is we represent our clients. Right. We don't obviously condone any of that activity that was going on in Istanbul. Right. I don't think our government does either, but I don't think that the United States government is going to break the alliance that we have with the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.